and trusted that you and I could find an understanding.
Well, you know what? I would have understood. Hell, half the time I was beating myself up because I felt the same way. You see, those are tough conversations, but we got to get used to having tough conversations. We can do this. See, this.
Okay, folks, so Zach finally said it. Crystal hinted at this a couple weeks ago during the in-person meet and greet for the Sistas mid-season finale watch party, but Zach was secretly also relieved when the stillborn turned out to be Karen. Karen stillborn turned out to be his baby. So in the scene in last night's episode when he goes to the law firm to quote unquote apologize and take accountability, he did say that he was relieved at times too. And the reason he felt bad was, for one, Fatima not being comfortable enough to tell him about it, but him also wrestling with the feelings of relief himself. Now, I think, and I'm still just baffled by how I'm defending Fatima this season, but I can't fault her for not feeling comfortable to tell Zach how she was feeling, because keep in mind, he was rightfully taking the necessary time to deal or process with his own feelings, because Fatima was one to do this all the time. Fatima was being very supportive and doing everything she could to try to break, break down his walls, because even though if your partner asks for time to process things, it can be frustrating because you hate to see your partner in a funk. And I get that. But I don't think Fatima thought it would be smart for her to go over to Zach and say, well, Zach, I know you don't want to talk about how you're feeling, so I'll talk about how I'm feeling. I was actually relieved when the stillborn turned out to be your baby. Okay, that's all I wanted to say. Goodbye. Now imagine the just the chaos that would cause. So even though I still don't think Fatima should have told Danny specifically, I understand her needing to get those feelings out in some way, shape, or form. So yeah, Zach was relieved, and I really do wish that, um, he took more time to understand why Fatima said what she said, because let's not act like, she wasn't on the receiving end of Karen's hell for the past several months. And on top of that, I'm so happy Fatima did not say I'm sorry for feeling relief. And also the fact that she said relief, because Zach said you were happy when the stillborn was mine. No, she said I was relieved. I felt a feeling of relief. There is a massive difference in that. But yeah, those are just my thoughts on it. So Zach did, admit to it. So thankfully, I got that video out before the episode last night. I'm like, with the way Zach was acting in episode 13, looking at Fatima in a funny way because of her not telling him about not telling him about Karen's whereabouts. I'm like, if he gets just on this hateration party and continues to get annoyed by Karen and Fatima's bond, he might just out of spite say that, what's interesting, Karen, how chummy you and Fatima are being right now, considering she was happy that our baby was a stillborn. Yeah, I heard her say it to Danny over the phone. What? So yeah, I just feel like, we can move past that and go on to something else. But yeah, Zach finally admitted to it. What do you think about it? Like and subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next video.